What's up, guys? Your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me. Guys, we're doing the winners today of the creative photo contest. If you guys remember, a couple weeks ago we had a contest for the most creative photo with your spinner. It didn't have to have you in it. It could have you in it, but it didn't have to have you in it. And I'm super pumped because the contest is over. We've compiled the results, we've picked the winners, and I'm excited to share them with you in just a moment. Spinner sandwich right there. I'm really feeling the new tribal. Nice and smooth. Okay, and for our contest winners, for third place, I actually had two people that tied. I love the spinner on the baseball bat because it shows it in motion, and that's really fun. And then the golf ball ones, man, that looks like it was crazy hard to set up, so definitely big props for that. For second place, I went over to this compilation one. Now, obviously, a lot of work was done on this. You can see the hex baller and the big baller inside the clock. You can see that there's spinners for rims on the car, even the little baller in the background. Really beautiful. Lots of work put into this. Thank you so much. And for first place winner, I love this shot. It looks like it's the Sears observation deck, potentially in New York City. I love the fact that there's the glass underneath and you can see straight down. Fun effect. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you who won first place, second place, and tied for third place, and everybody that sent in an entry. For those that won, please send an email to us through our website at spinnercraft.com, and we'll set you up with your prizes. Guys, thanks so much for joining me with the winners of the creative photo contest. Go give those guys props. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think about their photos. Love to hear what you guys have to say about that. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for the big spinner giveaway, we're giving away 100 spinners. We're giving away 100 spinners, you guys. So go down in the link below the video in the description and click sign up so we can get you hooked up with a free spinner, hopefully, if you guys win. And please share it with your friends so they have an opportunity to win one of the free spinners too. All right, guys, thanks so much. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you like this video, please go ahead and click like. If you don't subscribe, please click subscribe and be sure to comment below and check out some of our other great video reviews as well. All right, guys, it's your boy Philip here. Have a great day. Peace. Hey!
Had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea. Here we stand, open arms. This is home where we are, ever strong in the world that we made. I still hear you in the breeze, see your shadows in the trees, holding on, memories never change. days I do remember we were running still, had the whole world at our feet, watching seasons change. Our roads were lined with adventure, mountains in the way couldn't keep us from the sea.
4 days are past away. A new video is going to be uploaded today. Ali veliki pozdrav svima vama ljudi i dobro mi došli u novi video nakon 4 dana ili možda 5, ko zna koga šiša. Znači nisam mogu da snimam 4 dana, mislim mogu sam ali nisam htio, znate ono recesija i tako dalje. Uglavnom tačno prije nekih pa hajmo reći maksimalno 5 minuta ja ovako na YouTubeu browsam ono sasvim normalno, ja browsam, ništa ne radi, chilluje, iziđe mi fidget spinjera. Gledam ja šta bolan, šta fidget spin, šta koji đavo fidget spin. Inače imam rent na eBay, to ću vam na kraju klipa reći. A video je napravio naš Miša o fidget spin, pjesma za djecu, odlučim da pogledam. Let's go, suka bljet.
I'm back!
Ovi psihički napada, mislim, imamo viška u ovom klipu, ali hajde, ovo je tek početak, mislim, šta možemo reći? Oj, državo Inti, ovu smo facu čekali definitivno, ali nekih 4 dana, mislim, žurio sam. Mislim, ako ćemo pošteno, ovaj dio pjesme, pa mogu reći da mi se, mislim, ne sviđa mi se ružno do neba. Ljudi, znate šta? Ako išta, ama baš išta na ovome svijetu mrzimo ovim Mišinim klipovima, jest taj njegov retardirani i opićani brat. Mislim, jel mu ovo brat šta je ovo, nešto posvojeno pomene. Brate, kako ga mrzim? Pa jar, brate, ne znam, ubću se. Konto sam ja ljudi davno ovu Mišinu foru. To ono bukvalno ubaciš malo teksta u pjesmi ostatak, samo ono drndaš one iste dijele, spin, to one pjesme I play Pokemon Go. To jarane nije, ako nije 50 puta spomenuo vi meni, znači roknite me bukvalno, znači tako me roknite. Al fora baš pametno ubacivat one dijelove, mislim kad ne znaš tekst, razumiješ, mislim nisi toliko pametan da dodaješ puno teksta u pjesmu, samo ponavljaš one iste dijelove. To je meni baš pravo cool, mislim, pa jes bogan. Dosta glavanje više, znači, rekao sam da ću napraviti ko neki rent na ebay.com, ta domena mi ide na živce, znate. Naručio sam sebi tu spinjaru prije, pa bio je 25. Ne znam, lažem. Bio je 30. maj, nije bio 30. maj, bio je 25. Bio je 25. maj, tako nešto recimo. Ja sam naručio spinjaru i rekao su mi doće, tačno, znači shipping će doći na moju adresu 6.6.2017. Ali malo juče uveče, znači ja sam čekao i evo ga sada 12. 11. 6. nema, znači nije to do eBay-a, već je to do onoga prodavača, znači zboš, tako da kad mi stignu ove spinjare, rekao sam bratovi vide, tako da to bilo to i haj vostra.
What's up, guys? Your boy Philip here from Spinnercraft. Thanks so much for joining me. You know, I'm lounging in the cut today. I'm just kicking back on a nice Sunday. And I got a new review for you. I got one that I've never done before, because this is my first review on a wooden spinner. Now, this thing is crazy. This thing, they took 30 hours for them to make this thing. It's a really cool spinner. It surprised me, honestly. Has a beautiful spin. I'm going to tell you all about it in just a moment. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and get into this wooden spinner. Now, this wooden spinner comes in this box. Now, first of all, it says Zen Kang Pin. I'm not sure if that's just the box, but the spinner is called the Clover Fidget Spinner, and I believe it's made by a company called CETIM. And they are available on eBay only, as far as I know. You can definitely check out the link below. But you get it in this cool box, and I kind of dig this. It's definitely a box that you can reuse or use for something else. And then you get your spinner, and it comes in this plastic protecting it. Feels pretty heavy-duty plastic, maybe a little overkill. But I like the fact that it's at least protected. And I really like the fact that they have this nice orange look here. So when you kind of put that, you could actually imagine putting that on a shelf and having that look pretty decent like that. Whereas most spinners come in sort of a metal tin, that kind of has a different look to it. So I like that. Also with this is you get this pack here. Now, I wasn't even sure what this was when I first got it. I thought maybe they had sent me something by mistake. Maybe they sent me like some nail kit or something. I mean, it looks like a nail kit, like some emery board. And I guess that's what it is, because you've got this beautiful wooden piece, right? Wooden piece. And I guess you can go ahead and you can polish that up if parts of it get a little bit lackluster. So they've got a couple different pieces here that you can polish with. And then this tool is for removing the bearing, which we'll get into. And then it comes with a little bag that you can kind of store it in. A little bit of a snug fit, but once you get it in there, you're good to go. Alright, so let's get this stuff out of the way so we can focus on the review. Alright, so before we get into any kind of fidget factor, let's just take a look at this thing, okay? Now remember, it took 30 hours for them to make each piece. From actually going out and sourcing the wood, to bringing it back and cutting the wood, to doing the resin, the polish, hand assembling all of these mosaic rivets that are in here, done all by hand, and then balancing it, making it waterproof and making it anti-corrosion. So there's been a lot of work put into this spinner, 30 hours of work, and they're claiming that it has about a 3-minute spin time, also with a ceramic bearing inside. Alright, before we go any further, I just want to pay attention to these mosaic rivets and let the light catch those so you can really see those, because those are really important. Those are really special. They look really cool. And I guess I kind of dig it too, because the two balls up on the top and the one ball, that kind of is very similar to the Spinnercraft logo. So it's kind of reminiscent of that. So this is pretty fun, and there is a lot of these here, and also included on the cap, which again gives the cap another nice little feel when you're playing with it and you're kind of just spinning the cap by itself, which surprisingly spins really nice for a wooden piece. So obviously we can see the craftsmanship in here, we can see the 30 hours of work in here, we can see the time and the beautiful, beautiful design that they've put into this. It's really, really a nice piece. Now when I first saw it, I thought to myself, the caps look really, really thin, like is that gonna work? And I gotta tell you, it spins really fine, it looks nice, and the mosaic inserts there, those give it a really nice appearance, because you can see this gold stripe from these, and then you can see the gold stripe from up there as well. Actually, you know what, let's just take the mat away so you can see what it looks like right on the table. Let's see that wood on wood look. And it's really nice, really beautiful. I mean, that's just a light spin. Let me give it a little bit more. Really, really quite a beautiful spin. Very, very quiet vertical spin. And of course, when it comes to fidgetability, your finger is catching right where this arm starts to break right here. So you got a little bit of a scoop that you would find in a traditional, like, standard ABS plastic spinner, a little bit of that dip, and then it kind of has this little corner here, so your finger goes and catches that near every time, which is a nice feeling. You can also spin it off the actual arm itself, so you don't have to catch it in here. You can spin it actually off of here because the arms are so wide, you can catch it either place. So it's kind of fun sometimes to spin it off the face of the arm, and then of course it comes natural to spin it right in the corners of the arm. Alright, let's check this thing out for spin time and see what this thing can do. Alright, here we go. Hey guys, thanks so much for joining me on this review on my first wooden spinner. I appreciate it. Would love to hear your comments and thoughts about the wooden spinner. Please leave them below. Please like the video. Please subscribe and check out some of our other great video reviews. I'd love to hear what you have to think about this awesome wooden spinner.
Yeah! Fidget spinner bath bomb! Woo! What's up, YouTube? Today we are going to make a giant fidget spinner bath bomb. Hey, let's do this. We're gonna need some styrofoam, a fidget spinner, a giant bearing, and a bowl. From here, we're gonna take some differential equations and some calculus 3 to get the right equation, to get the right format of the size of the giant fidget spinner. Once we get the right proportions, we figured out that the giant bearing is 10 times bigger than the size of the regular bearing. So from here, all you wanna do is trace out the giant fidget spinner on the styrofoam board. Now just grab something sharp to cut it with, not that, just something like this, a box cutter, and just cut around it, not all the way, but just halfway, so that way we can get the mold and figure out everything else. This part can get a little messy, just digging out everything, making sure everything is carefully picked out of the styrofoam board. Now time to make the bath bomb. Get some Epsom salt, baking soda, some citric acid, some coconut oil. Then from here, it's extremely simple, just mix them all together, and that's it. No calculus involved, no differential equations, just use the pi method and get the Pythagorean theorem, and then just square root it to get the derivative, and now you should have a perfect bath bomb. Just add some warm coconut oil into the mixture, and this will serve as the glue to mold all the bath bomb pieces together. Just shove it all into the mold and just wait 8 hours for it to harden up. Alright everyone, after 8 hours, all the ingredients for the bath bomb mixture should be hardened. As you can see, it is hard like a bath bomb. The only thing to do now is grab a knife, and then you just want to cut all the way through this styrofoam board. So this might take a little bit of time, so here we go. The thing is, I cut around it just outside of the actual edge, just to give it more stability, and we'll see what to do after that. So right now, all that's left to do is try to pop it out. So here we go. Let's wish for the best. This is looking so fire. Yeah! Look at that, that is so sick. All right, let's try to get the middle out now. And there you have it, everybody. A giant fidget spinner bath bomb. As you can see, the edges here are not that great as stability, but that's why we did the outer edges. And I guess now we can just see if it spins, take it to the bathtub, and have some fun. All right, here we go. Let's try to spin it around. As you can see, the bearing in the middle still spins around pretty perfectly. The bath bomb itself is extremely heavy, so we're probably gonna have to do this again using another ingredient. Comment down below what you want me to use next, but let's try to spin it anyways. Ready? Whoa! Yeah! So we had to improvise, and we got one of those things you put in the microwave for it to spin around. We put it underneath here, but let's spin it around. Hey! Bath bomb fidget spinner! Bath bomb fidget spinner! Woo! All right, roll some cinematics. Yeah, look at it spin! Look at that baby spin around! thing is. Next time I'll make something lighter. That way I can just hold it in my hand and it'll just spin like that. Like I said earlier, let's go to the bathtub and see what happens. Alright guys, so I'm here in the bathtub. I have me some earplugs because I don't want any of this styrofoam stuff to get in my ear. So safety first, and yeah, there's no better way to do it except to just dump it in here. Here we go, giant fidget spinner bath bomb challenge inside the bath bomb. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yo! Look at it! Look at it! It's fizzing. You can see it's fizzing. Can it still spin though? Ah, it's still spinning! Whoa! Wow, look at all the fizzes. Yeah, fidget spinner bath bomb! Woo! Yeah, now I just have a fidget spinner styrofoam. Check out the bathtub. It is fizzing a lot. Hopefully it will not overflow. So this is one of the edges of the fidget spinner. As you can still see here, I still have the mold. Woo! If any bath bomb companies are watching this right now, you should make a bath bomb fidget spinner for the kids. If not, I'm gonna make it. This is actually pretty good. Look at this. I feel a lot smoother. Like look at that. It's still fizzing from my feet. That's how big and how intense and how massive this bath bomb is. See, I have 3 pieces still. You can kind of see it still foaming into my hand right there. See, look. Whoa. It fizzed on this side. Let's make it fizz on the other side. Go, fizz. Yeah. Yeah, you hear that? It's fizzing. It's fidget spinning. All right, let's see if it still fidget spins. Here we go. Yeah! It's still spinning! I love this so much. I can take one of these, put it in my ears, and I am a mouse. I am the bath bomb mouse. Anyways, everybody, thank you all for watching today's DIY giant fidget spinner, how to make bath bomb. If you want me to make some more giant fidget spinners, comment down below what you want me to make, and I'll try my best to make it. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Let's give this video 16 likes. Stay juicy. Bye-bye. I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Go, go, let's go, go. Let's go right now.
Wendy here. It's DIY time at Draw So Cute, and today we're going to be making these really fun and awesome spinners. So let's get started. To make this paper fidget spinner, the first thing you need to do is go to my website at drawsocute.com and print out this template. If you can, print it out on a little bit heavier stock paper so that when you cut it out, this becomes a nice template to trace onto a heavier stock cardboard. But regular paper will work too, it's just that it will last longer, your template. And so if you've noticed, I provided 2 sizes right here, and this is just a smaller one. I've noticed it's easier for smaller hands. It works a little bit better, but it's all up to you. The most important thing you're going to need to make this project is your cardboard. So whatever you have at home that's a little bit heavier, nice little heavy stock cardboard, whatever you can recycle, whatever you have available, as long as it's nice and stiff, and it will work. What I don't recommend is this kind of cardboard, the corrugated kind, because although it is stiff, it bends a lot easier. So I find that as you cut it, it bends more and it just might not last as long. So if you can, find something that's more solid in terms of the cardboard. So luckily for me today, I have this nice hard stock card that I'm able to use, and it's white on both sides, so then it's easier for me to decorate because it is white. But if you wanted your cardboard to be white, all you would have to do is to cut out this shape and just glue it on top. After you've printed out the template, the first thing you want to do is to cut this spinner out and also the circle. So this is what I have right here. And then from there, you want to take your cardboard, whatever that you're using, and to trace the template onto your cardboard. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a pencil. So just hold it down and trace all around it. So you're going to have to, that's why it's, I said it's a little bit easier if your printout is a little bit stiffer on stiffer paper, so that it's just easier to trace. So just trace this one shape onto whatever cardboard piece that you're going to use, and you don't need to trace the circle, but you need to cut it out. So I'll show you later on how to use this piece. So once you've traced it, if you already know what design you're going to be using, you can go ahead and color it now. So once I have this spinner already traced out, I'm also going to go ahead and use my coin right here and trace out 2 circles. And the reason I'm not using this piece right here, because it's kind of hard to cut a perfect circle, and since I have this nice round coin, it's just a lot easier just to trace this. So you want 2 of these circles. So there, you've got 2 circles, and then this spinner right here is what you want. So after you've done that, go ahead and cut it out. So this is what I have here. I've cut it out right here, and my 2 circles. So from there, the next step is to go back and take your template, and we're gonna put it right on top of your cardboard piece. And this part is very important, is you want to find the center of the spinner. So get your either your needle or your pin, and this dot I've provided for you is the center of the spinner. So you want to come in here, hold it nice and firm, and poke a little mark through that dot. So this is might be a little bit dangerous because it is a needle. Please ask for adult help if this is a little bit too scary. So then you've got the center of the spinner right there. You've got this little hole. So you're gonna now you're gonna need this little circle that you've cut out, and you're gonna do the same thing. Just put it right on top of your circle and poke a hole through so you know where the center is. So the reason you want the center is so that when it's the spinner is spinning, it won't wobble. It'll be nice and steady. So right here I'm holding my spinner really nice and firm, and I'm going to take my needle right here, or your pin like I said, and poke a hole right through. And you can come back in here with the needle and just kind of wiggle it around a little bit, just trying to make the hole a little bit bigger. And then come in with your toothpick and just go through with your toothpick. Just try to force it in here like that, and just try to use your toothpick now, and you can try to make it bigger with the toothpick. But what I like to use is that you can come in here with a pen. So just bring in this pen through the hole and just poke it right through like that. Just jam it all the way through. And so then, as you notice right here, hope you can see it, it's creating this little piece of paper that kind of comes out. So you definitely don't want that, because this is going to cause friction as you spin it. You want this part to be flat. So come onto the other side and poke it back, and just nice and firm poke it back in to flatten out that little piece of paper that comes out. And you might need to do this several times just to make the hole a little bit bigger. So your goal basically is to be able to fit this toothpick in there nice and loose, but not too loose, just loose enough so that you can spin it really easily like that. The next step is to go back to your small circles right here, and you've already given yourself the center. What you want to do now is go back in, poke the center, and take your pin again and make a hole all the way through. So you just want to make a little hole through both of them, right in the center. So you can come in here and make it a little bit bigger so that I can put my toothpick through it. So then from there, take your toothpick again, and we're going to come right in here and jam the toothpick in. So the goal right now is this first circle right here is to put this toothpick in here, but you want it nice and snug. You know, it's not going to be like this one where the toothpick can fly freely in and out. You want it nice and snug, and you want it as straight as possible, perpendicular to the toothpick. So right here, so this would not be good. You don't want it slanted. You want it nice and straight as possible. And then from there, you would take your glue. So like I said, I prefer the crazy glue because it dries a lot faster. I'm so impatient. You could use these regular white glues, but it just takes forever to dry. So if you have crazy glue, it works really well. But like I said, if you might need some help with this because you don't want to get this on your hands. So I'm gonna put some crazy glue right here on the top. I'm just gonna dab some right here on the edge so that I can stick this little circle to my toothpick. like that. So just a little bit, and I just want to make sure that it's nice and perpendicular as much as possible. Then from there we can start to decorate this spinner, so while it dries. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to basically glue these pennies. So now all the pennies are glued on and it's really solid because I use crazy glue and it dries really fast. But just be careful with the glue when you're using it. And you don't have to use coins. You can, I just came up with using buttons. Just something that can fit in this space and has some weight. Just play around with it, use your imagination. So the next step is to come back here. This is nice and dried now. You want to take either your scissors or like a wire cutter, a plier wire cutter. And I like to use the wire cutter if you have it because it's nice and flat. It's a little bit easier to cut, but you can definitely use your scissors too. So I'm just gonna come in here and basically go nice and flush to this circle and snip off the excess toothpick right there. So a little part of it is gonna poke out of it. So I'm just trying to flatten that back in a little bit so that it doesn't poke out as much. And so now you have this nice little piece right here. And what you want to do now is to take this and fit it through right here. So, but before you do that, another option is what I've done with some of my spinners is you can put a little metal ring so that it doesn't, it creates a space, but it also helps to prevent friction. Then that's what's going to stop your spinner from spinning. So by putting the metal ring, it makes a nice little sound and it gives some gap between this circle and your spinner so that your spinner spins a lot better. But you don't have to have this ring at all. It's just an option, or something kind of plastic, hard plastic that you can put in here, but you don't have to. I'm going to show you today how to do it without it. So you can just put this in here basically now. And then the next step is to take this other piece that you had and you want to also put this toothpick through it. So I'm just going to come in here and just make my hole a little bit bigger. And I'm going to push this toothpick through all the way in, so nice and snug. And I'm going to push it all the way down like this. So it's not going to spin as easily because if you've noticed, the two pieces of circles are nice and snug against the spinner. So what you want to do is, what I like to do is to give some space in between here. So I'm going to come in here with this cardboard, extra piece of cardboard that I have, and just give myself a spacer. Basically, I'm going to put this in here. Okay, this is going to work better, I think. And tuck that in. There. Okay, and I'm hanging on to everything. There. So now I've got this little gap in here, and now I'm going to put glue right here, just like I did to the other side. So if you notice, this is a side that's already glued in. I'm going to come in here and glue this part in. So I'm going to put glue right here on this edge. Once again. And then I'm going to wait for that to dry and then remove these little pieces. So there, once it's dried, you can go ahead and we're going to snip this part off right here. And once again, I'm going to bring in my wire cutter right here and just go as close as possible and snip it off. So like I said, scissors will work fine too. So now you've created this little spinner right here. So kind of impatient, it's not as dry as it should be, so it's kind of sticking to my hand. But basically this is it. I wanted to show you the basic way of making this spinner. It's because once you get a hang of this, then you can make it any way you want. So I just want to make sure that you see this part right here, is to make sure that there is a tiny bit of space between these two circles and the spinner, so that the spinner, while you hold it, can spin nicely around. Isn't that so cool? It makes that nice little noise right there and it spins really well, just like that. The last step right here is because you see the toothpick it kind of pokes you. I mean, you can do without it, but it's not as nice to hold. So I thought of a nice way to, what you could do is to put some foam on it. So I've got this foam piece. Let's use blue today. So I'm going to get this foam piece and I'm going to take my penny and I'm basically just going to trace a circle, and I need 2 of them that I can put on both sides. So I'm just going to trace this. So once you've cut it out the foam piece, just peel off the back, or if you don't have a back on it, you just put glue. And what you want to do is come to the center and just use a toothpick and just kind of try to poke in the center a little bit. Don't go all the way through, but just poke it so it has a little bit of a little indentation right there, because this part's poking out, so it'll make it a little bit easier for it to stick. So just poke it, but not all the way through, and then you can just bring it in here and pop it right on top of that. So you might need some help to stick it together, and what you can do is to use these pliers and just come in between and clamp it down if it's not sticking as well. So if it's not sticking as well with this sticker, just put some glue on it and then clamp it down like this as you rotate it, and it should stick really nicely in there. So there, basically like that. So now it's nice and soft to hold as you spin. So now comes the fun part of decorating. You can experiment with different ways of decorating it. So then from there, let's see what you get when we spin it. Pretty cool, right? So I wanted to show you today all the ones that I made. I had so much fun, I couldn't stop. But this is the rainbow one that I first started off with. And I was just kind of like, why do I need to use coins? And I have buttons laying around, so I tried the buttons and they really worked. And I really like how they turned out because it has a nice texture. And I put one on both sides right here. And it's basically the same thing the way I did this. Instead of coins, it was buttons, and I just decorated with the rainbow color. And this one has the metal rings inside. If you can see that, I did add the metal rings. And the nice thing about that is when you spin it, it spins a lot better and you have this nice little sound. And look at the cool colors. Isn't that really awesome? So experiment with that. So this side, see the difference? Look how cool that looks. So just experiment with it. And since my buttons had holes in it, I just decided to fill it with some glitter glue. So like I said, the options are endless. And then this one here is the smaller size one. And I had to make a Pokemon one for you guys. I hope this really inspires you to give it a try. And it's the same thing. I used the pennies right here, but then I went ahead and cut out a circle, and I drew my Pokemon on the circle and just glued it onto the penny. And then same thing right here. Instead of foam, I just cut out another piece of paper and drew a Pokeball and glued it on top. And on this side right here, I just put a piece of foam, and I tried a different look right here, experimenting with different stripes at different levels. And so as I spin it, look at that. Isn't that a cool pattern? So like I said, have fun with this and experiment different ways, and the colors come out when you spin it. And I think that's all I have to show you, but look at what else you can do. It becomes like a top. You can just let it go and it just spins on its own. It's so cool. So let's see if I can make them, all 3 of them spin at the same time. No, 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 don't stop. Yay! There, my fidget spinners. I hope I made it easy for you guys to follow. And remember that please be careful with the crazy glue if you're going to use crazy glue. And also, please be careful with the pins and the needles when you're poking a hole in it. Ask for adult help if you need it, and just have fun with this project. I hope this really inspires you, because right now it's all about fidget spinners everywhere. You see them everywhere, so hopefully this is a nice way for you guys to create your own without having to spend a lot of money. So thanks so much for watching. Hope you love this DIY project, and if you do, please give me a thumbs up and share it. And remember to subscribe so you won't miss any new Draw So Cute videos. See you later.
And dropping. Whoa! What's up, YouTube? Today we are going to use this air compressor to make this fidget spinner spin over 100 miles an hour and destroy things. Let's go. If you guys don't know what this is, it's a fidget toy. A fidget toy is basically just fidgeting with things. It kind of eases OCD, ADHD or whatever. It's just addicting. Like, look at that. You just spin it once like this, and you just watch it spin like that, right? Are you mesmerized yet? But the thing is, I can only spin it so fast, so I'm gonna use the help of this air compressor to spin it even faster and break things. Here we go, and we're gonna spin it like that. See how fast it's going? All right, it's going this fast, so I'm just gonna drop it on this balloon and see what happens. Okay, let's do this again, except I'm gonna add way more pressure into this fidget toy. Here we go. And dropping. That's insane. Look at it spin still. Let me see how fast I can spin it on this table. Honestly, like a razor blade. Like, it's just forever going to spin with the help of this air compressor. I'm wearing this just in case this thing blows up on me, because you never know. All right, so I saw this thing online where these people span this fidget toy and then dropped it on a glass, and then the glass is shattered completely. So we're gonna see if that's true, if we can make it happen. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. That thing was like, wow! It's still spinning. Oh my goodness. Let's try that again. That thing went so fast. And dropping. Oh! Whoa! Yo, this thing is dangerous. The glass can't handle the spinning. So I have here another glass vase. Alright, and dropping. What the frick? And it popped the balloon on the floor. I don't know what's going on anymore. Fidget toys are weapons. Yo. Alright, this fidget toy is still perfectly intact. So let's try the balloon thing one more time. Alright, here we go. And dropping. What the frick? This thing is so cool, man. So cool. Wow. I bought this snail. It's pretty durable. It's not as flimsy as this glass one. As you can see, it's really durable. Here we go. And action. Oh! It broke the ear of it! Are you kidding me? Where is it? Oh, it's right there! The durability of this fidget spinner is just insane, man. Here we go, caution! What? This is so cool, man. This is so cool. So we saw what this fidget spinner does with glass, right? Let's see what it does with plastic. So, yeah, let's try it out. Here we go. Here we go, and dropping. Okay, so plastic is very durable. No scratches or anything. It's just the matter that glass breaks a lot more easier. So what did we learn today? Fidget spinners definitely breaks glass. Don't try it at home. It's so dangerous, but it's so fun to do. But anyways, thank you all for watching. And if you want more fidget videos, let's get this video 2 likes so I'll do more. Until then, I'll spin you later.
Und herzlich willkommen zu diesem neuen Video oder das erste Video auf unserem neuen Kanal Fidget Spinner Profis. Und ja, wir machen auf diesem Kanal Unboxings, Reviews über was der neueste Fidget Spinner ist gerade im Trend, Experimente und Tricks zeigen wir euch so. Und ja, jetzt kommt erstmal mein YouTube-Kumpel Leon und er erklärt euch mal, was der Fidget Spinner so ist und kann.
So, ich erkläre euch jetzt mal, also ich sage euch jetzt noch ein paar Fakten über den Fidget Spinner. Also es war halt so ein Hype in der USA, der sich halt auch in Deutschland verbreitet hat. Das war halt eigentlich gedacht für hyperaktive Kinder, die halt den Stress damit abbauen sollen. Es macht halt einfach auch Spaß. Und ja, es besteht auch hier aus 3 Kugellagern. Es gibt auch verschiedene, hier mit 2 auch. Die bestellen uns ja noch halt in den Reviews und so. Und also ich zeige euch jetzt mal, wie das Ding so locker 300 mph hinkriegt mit einer Luftbombe. So. Wenn ihr aus der Sicht mal sieht. Also man kann ihn fast gar nicht kontrollieren, ey. Das ist richtig schnell. Das ist so locker gerade so 300 mph, das ist richtig krass. So, das wäre es dann auch heute für unser erstes Video und tschüss, bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao Leute!